Bourbon City is about to host a moment that has never happened before. This February 13th through the 15th, Louisville welcomes the inaugural Kentucky Bourbon Country Auction and Celebration. It is a three-day showcase of craftsmanship, culture, and community that defines Kentucky bourbon. The weekend honors bourbon as America's native spirit while giving back, with the proceeds benefiting a really special foundation that we're going to get into. So here with all the details is Andrew Varga. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Elle. Great to be here.
There is so much happening this weekend. It is going to be incredible.
It's right upon us.
Yes.
I know it.
So how long did this kind of take to develop?
You know what? It's been about 3 years, if I really track it back.
Wow.
And something of this size and magnitude, you want to get it right. And so after, fits and starts and, trying to get it done 2 years ago and then last year, we finally had everything ready for this year, and we're blessed that it's President's Day weekend, so we have a 3-day weekend, and then as you said, it's chock full of events coming up next weekend, and starting with Friday at the Fraser with the grand reveal tasting, and then Watchell Proper is having a great brunch that is on Valentine's Day, which
what a way to start your Valentine's Day.
The first time I walked in that place, it was like, I call it the Pebble Beach of bourbon. I mean, it was like a shrine.
Yeah.
And they just do a wonderful job out there. And then the auction is going to be at the Omni on Saturday night, and then we'll wrap it up with what we call the final pour at the River House, and be able to tour the Louisville Water Company tower. And Louisville Water Company is a great sponsor of ours with their Pure Tap brand, and just so many exciting things going on, and we're thrilled to be launching it this year after a lot of work.
Oh my gosh, yes. And of course, bourbon is often described as America's native spirit.
That's right.
So what does that phrase really mean to you? And I'm sure that was kind of a theme running through your mind as you were putting this event together too.
Well, just think it's historic, right? So it goes all the way back to, frankly, what we're celebrating this year, which is the 250th anniversary of our country on President's Day weekend, with America's native spirit given back to the Bob Woodruff Foundation, which supports so many wonderful, military opportunities and give back, to veterans. And we just couldn't be in a better position from a launching pad to have all of those things coming together. And obviously, America's native spirit leads that.
Yeah. Why did you choose that foundation specifically?
It's a great question, because Bob Woodruff has a personal connection to my family, because my sister Mary, who suffered from a traumatic brain injury, our family does the Brain Injury Association of Kentucky Brain Ball every year.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Bob also has a brain injury that he suffered, and so he was so kind to give of his time to that event. And I'm just somebody, and the people that are involved in this want to give back to those that have given back to us. And I just think that it's a wonderful charity that's given back to over 98% of military causes. And it just fits, right, with everything that's going on with the 250th and doing it on President's Day weekend. So we're thrilled about that.
Oh, it just timed up so perfectly for that. And why was it so important for you, too, to, of course, have those, standout bourbon brands, but also kind of pair it with some newbies around here, too?
Well, there's no question. I mean, bourbon, when the bourbon boom hit, it not only created, I'll say, that deep nostalgic desire for the legacy brands like Old Forester, brands like Four Roses, brands like Heaven Hill, that have wonderful stories that are rooted back hundreds of years, but it also created wonderful innovation with a brand like Angel's Envy that's participating in this year's auction, and a distillery that I'm part owner of, J. Mattingly 1845 Distillery. So that's what this has been all about. It's been celebrating the past, but for the forward-looking place in the bourbon boom, it's really to have old and new brands coming together, thriving together.
Oh, that's going to be so special. So this all kicks off at the Fraser, is that right?
It all kicks off at the Fraser.
It's kind of hard to keep everything.
There's
so many different places and locations.
It's February 13th and kicks off at the Fraser. And then, as I said, Watchell Proper, followed by the Omni, and then wrapping it up at the River House. And we're just so excited to be able to launch it with this kind of momentum behind it. The city is behind this. Louisville Tourism has been a great sponsor for this, as well as the Mayor's Committee for the 250th celebrations that they're putting on this entire year. So Everything's come together great. Just we'd love for people to come out to buy tickets to all of the events or the event that's of their choosing. And they can do that by being on kybca.com and finding all the information.
All right, it is going to be such a special weekend. I cannot wait to see the outcome of it, and then all those bottles too.
That's right.
You know, it's going to be an auction as well.
Well, we have over 30 lots, and some are barrels, some are bottles. They are all very rare. They also are, you know, there's bundled with experiences. And then the bourbon that's going to be tasted there is, we really looked at this to be at the beginning of the year to kind of kick off the bourbon year for people to be able to taste these wonderful new bottles that are coming out.
Oh, that's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you,
by today. 3 years in the making, and it's finally going to be here.
That's right. We're very excited. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So again, if you're interested in getting those tickets, you can do the full weekend or just do the event of your choosing. Just go over to kybca.com to see the full lineup and, of course, to get those tickets.